Hi guys, welcome to my channel, esmyreads. This is my first video. I chose to do a most disappointing books video. And I know people really like to listen to other people's opinions and disappointed books, so I know I do. So I'm just going to go ahead and list my 16 most disappointing reads of 2016. The first book that I read that was most disappointing in 2016 was Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. I thought I was going to love this book. I heard great things about it. I thought it was going to be adventurous, and I ended up not really liking it. I thought it was kind of boring, and I really didn't like the relationship. So I gave this book 2 out of 5 stars. The second book on my list is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. This book wasn't terrible. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I just thought it was going to be more amazing, but I think I'm going to go ahead and try and read the second book either this month or next month, give it a second chance for the series, and I'll let you know what I think about it. Book 3 on my list was All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. I don't remember this completely, I just remember the post-its. But I remember being let down by this book, especially because of all the hype on BookTube. So I gave this book 3 out of 5 stars. Book 4 on my list is Cinder from the Lunar Chronicles. This book was really neat, this different take on the story of Cinderella. I just think the writing is what bothered me, and I gave this book a 3 out of 5 stars. The next book on my list is a sequel to a book that I really liked. It's called Glass Sword. I really thought I was going to like this. The cover's beautiful. I really liked Red Queen, but I just thought the second book, Glass Sword, was a bit slow, it's a bit boring. I really didn't like where it was going, so I gave this book 3 out of 5 stars. The sixth book on my list is A Book of Spirits and Thieves by Morgan Rhodes. I love Falling Kingdoms. I love it. Probably one of my most favorite series. And I really wanted to get back in the world, so I was really looking forward to this book, and I read it, and it really let me down. Don't know if I want to continue with this series. I do want to continue with the Falling Kingdom series. But as far as this book and this series, didn't really love, and I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. Number 7 on my list is actually 2 books because I gave this series a second chance, and it's a series of unfortunate events. I read the first book, The Bad Beginning, and the second book, The Reptile Room. I read these with my kids. I thought it would be a nice book to read along with them at night before bed, and they didn't love it. I didn't love it. I know lots of people love this series. I know the series is on Netflix, but we just thought it was so unfortunate, which I understand, series of unfortunate events. But we just felt so sad for the Baudelaire children, so didn't really like it. It was disappointing, and I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. Number 8 on my list was Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I love how this book tells this story. I just don't think it lived up to the hype, especially for me. I could guess the plot twists before it happened, and I kind of thought it was a little predictable, but I still enjoyed it, and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. This next book on my list, I really wanted to love, because everybody loves it on BookTube, and I didn't. And that is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I liked it. Don't get me wrong, I liked it, but I didn't love it. And I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, and I continued with The Dream Thieves, and I ended up DNFing it. So sad, I know, I'm so sad. I might give it a try. I did buy this brand new beautiful copy at a thrift shop for a quarter. I might give it another try. But for 2016, it was disappointing. Next book, beautiful cover. I remember I bought two different, I hadn't even read it yet, and I found two copies of it at a thrift shop, and I thought, I'm gonna buy one and I'll give the other one to someone else in case, you know, I love it so much and I want someone else to have it. And I did not like it. Didn't like it. Didn't even like the movie. And that's Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. I just didn't like it. To me, it was not a love story. I didn't get any good feelings, or I didn't agree with things. I don't know. Didn't like it. It was disappointing. Sorry if you loved it. 2-star rating. Next book on the list. So sad. So disappointed I didn't like this. But HP, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I gave it 3 stars because it had Harry Potter and Hermione and Ron. I love them. I love you. But Red Life fan fiction, didn't really like it. But it's Harry Potter. 3 out of 5 stars. Next book on my list, Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. I expected more from this story and I was let down. I don't know what I was expecting, but I didn't really enjoy reading it, so I gave this book 2 out of 5 stars. Next book on my list was Looking for Alaska by John Green. I think this was my first John Green book. Maybe? Yes? No? But I didn't like it. I don't understand. I just don't understand. I know I'm terrible. I'm terrible at describing books. I'm so sorry. But I gave Looking for Alaska 2 out of 5 stars. The next most disappointing book on my list is the only Colleen Hoover book that I really, really don't like. And I read all of Colleen Hoover's books last year. Yeah, Colleen Hoover fan. I get it. I know that there are problems, relationship problems in her book. I get it. But I still love her writing. But anyway, my most disappointing book by Colleen Hoover was Hopeless. I thought it was a bit creepy, stalkerish. I don't know. I can't say what I was going to say because I might spoil it for you, but I didn't really like it. If you want to read a Colleen Hoover book, start with It Ends With Us. Fantastic. I gave Hopeless 3 out of 5 stars. Next book on my list was a scary book. I really wanted to like it, and I thought it was really weird. It was scary, but it was still weird, but that was Bird Box by Josh Malerman. I liked the feeling when I read the book. I was really scared. I remember reading it at night and wanting someone to be next to me, but I don't know. I didn't like the ending. I didn't like certain things that happened in the book. My final disappointing book of 2016 was a classic. I know, I'm sorry. Red Badge of Courage by Stephen Crane. I read it at the end of 2016 thought it would be short and easy read, and it was a bit difficult to read for me. I'm not this, smartest person, and I can't read very well, and I'm not the best at reading, but anyway, I had problems with it, so I listened to the audiobook and read along, and I appreciate the story, and I understand why it's a classic, but I just was a little disappointed, I guess, and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. That completes my list of my 16 most disappointing books of 2016. Stay tuned, subscribe to my channel. My next video will be my most favorite books of 2016, so that will be a more happy video. Please don't get upset if I didn't like one of the books that you loved. These were just disappointing. Doesn't mean I hated them, but these were just my most disappointing books of 2016. And thank you for watching. and I'll see you next time. Bye.